Good afternoon, beautiful people, and welcome to your afternoon show Airwaves. It's your host Ibrahim Adil and the one and only DJ K. It's 2 p.m. and you are having lunch with us. And today we have, of course, like a special topic to discuss. But before we do that, we have a very, very special guest with us here, Mohammed.
Yeah, that's
Ali.
right. Yeah,
But
that's right.
you know what? Like on Instagram, we can only see like Mo Ali.
Yeah, well, like every Mohammed has to be like a Mo.
Okay.
It's like a
Okay.
shortcut for Mohammed because, like it's kind of a little bit, a long of a name. It like has 7 letters, I think.
I know,
So
right?
Mo is short for Mohammed. It's really amazing. I mean, come on, Mo Salah. Everybody knows that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that what I like to go by, probably like most of the people out there knows me by that name. Surprisingly, some people call me Moy. They pronounce the E at the end of Mo, which is really, really weird.
This reminds me of like memes, like memes. Some people.
Yeah,
think that
yeah,
it's,
exactly.
it's
Yeah,
meme.
they call it memes,
Yeah.
which is really surprising. I mean, come on, we
Yeah.
all know that you don't pronounce the E. I made countless videos about the E and how
Okay.
not to pronounce it, especially when it comes at the end of at the end of the word.
That's cool. And so we can call you Mo.
Yeah, absolutely. You can call
That's
me Mo. You can
fantastic.
call me Mohammed. It's totally fine.
That's fantastic. So Mo, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, of course. First of all, thank you so much for having me. It really is a blast to be here. I mean, being
Pleasure.
with really positive people. And I mean, for those who listens, the guy that's sitting in front of me right now used to teach me at my college, which is really amazing. I mean, to have that relation like teacher-student kind of relationship, and now we're sitting talking to each other as friends.
It's a small world.
Yeah,
right?
it really is. It really is. I mean, I'm surprised how small that world is. So, name is Mohammed. I never told my age, but I mean, I kind of go ahead and say I'm 23 years old,
Okay.
married, happily, absolutely. And I study English. I'm gonna get graduated in about like a couple of weeks, I suppose. I got an Instagram page. I teach English, and I am a TOT as well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So can we like stop here? So you are still in your 20s and you have achieved many great things, many impressive things. So how did you do that?
Well, I mean, it differs from like one person to another. You might see it as success. You might see it as amazing things that I did in my early 20s. But for me, it's like I'm just being passionate about one thing, all right? Like really passionate, pushing beyond, the limits literally. And that's kind of what I'm doing. So I think that if you love something, and I told you about that earlier when we were outside, I told you that the things that I do, all right, if it's something that I don't like doing, I would never do that. So
Okay.
it's all about the love I have for the things I do, and that's why many people be like, you're still young and you did so many great things. How did you achieve that? How did you do this? How did you do that? So it's all about like the passion I have for the things I do.
That's fantastic. And speaking of your Instagram account, apparently your followers, and based on what I have seen, love your accent.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
So did you pick it up or did you learn it?
Well, let me just make something clear about that. It's not really the accent; it's the
Okay.
voice.
It's the voice.
Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
know people that has just as good accent as mine, but the thing is, it's they always like they praise my voice so much,
That's cool.
and some people are like, wow, God really did give you a gift by giving you that voice, Sometimes I wake up like immediately talking. Maybe I lost my voice or something because people, as Arabs, we really
Yeah.
like are being scared of, people envying you and all that. So for the accent, I always had this cool saying. I come up with cool things actually, something every now and then. And I came up with that, there is a difference between a learner and an earner. So a learner is a person who learns the language or the accent. An earner is a person who just basically earns it. So there's a difference between earning something and learning something. So if you learn something, you have to study. You have to go through the process of learning, all right? Which, of course, consists of a book, maybe a notebook, or listening to audio and all that. But however, earning is just maybe watching a movie, and then the very next moment you just realize that, boom, you got the accent.
And which are you?
I am the earner, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, because I started back when I was 9, when it used to be forbidden to watch NBC2 and NBC
Okay.
Action. I used to watch it like in secret and complete secrecy. And my mom used to like come out of the bedroom and I have to literally jump and shut down the TV and hide somewhere, because if she catches me watching that, well, I wouldn't have been here if she caught me. So yeah,
But good job there, by the way. Good job there.
appreciate it.
You see, like personally speaking, I started learning English when I turned 18 or 19 years old.
Yeah,
So you see, like I would say that I was a learner.
yeah,
I didn't like really like pick it up the way you did.
yeah.
But apparently, we are both satisfied with our results.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
your English is just as great as
Thank you.
as it could get.
So as yours, man.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And what should people know about learning English? Because I'm sure your followers ask you too many questions
Yeah,
about that.
absolutely.
And like there's this question which goes, how should I learn English? And I
Yeah.
think this is not a question, like this is
Yeah,
like
it really
a topic
isn't.
for discussion, right?
Yeah. Actually, I mean, you could talk about this for days,
Mm-hmm.
and wouldn't even like be sufficient about the things that you have to include about learning.
Okay.
So the process of learning is not something that could happen overnight. That is a thing
Mm-hmm.
that listeners, everybody that would ever come across me, would have to go through this conversation right here that we're having. So learning is not going to happen overnight, not even over a month. That's why when I give courses sometimes, students come at me like 2 months after and they're like, we didn't really get that much knowledge, or we didn't really improve because of your course, and you told us that you're going to make us blah 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 and all that. So the thing is, what I tell them is that you cannot be me in a month. It took me about 15 years to get where I'm at. So you cannot do this in a month. So the people out there, they just don't know this one aspect, which is the process of learning at least takes from 6 to 3 or 5 years. 6 months up to a year, maybe 2, maybe 3, depends on how you listen, how you read, how you study, and how the way you learn, the way you choose to learn. Therefore, I always say, love the thing that you do, because if you want to learn English, and then look at English as a hobby, not as something that, oh, I have to study this. Oh, man, I have to study English. No, don't look at it like that. Look at it as if you were going out with your friends, maybe going to, I don't know, game or something like that, playing a video game with your friends.
Just have fun.
Yeah, just have fun with the language, and that will absolutely reduce the amount of time that you will need to learn, because you will love the thing. You will pick up the things. Yeah, so that's why when let's say you and I, we're friends, we love each other, we care about each other and all that. So when you say something, I pick it up quickly, like it becomes a part of my subconscious, maybe my personality. And who knows, maybe after the interview, you and I will like be somehow like infected each other with some of our words or the things that we say. So that's why I always tell them it's the process. Don't even believe that you will learn the language month after you start it. It would take you at least 6 months, all right, up to a year or maybe 2. So that's the thing that they really need to understand about learning.
That's awesome. And I think one of the things that language learners should keep in mind is having a positive mindset is very important.
Exactly.
Some people are really like good. They're good at English, and they can speak, they can write, they can like understand, the other speaker. However, they have some psychological barriers. They're
that's right.
always negative. They say like, I can't do this and I can't do that. While in fact they can.
Yeah,
they can
that's
do it.
right.
So a positive mindset. I think that this is a great thing
Yeah,
to
actually,
have.
that is actually true. And leave aside learning when it comes to anything. If you have a positive mindset about your, let's say, showmanship skills, or the way that you talk, the way you dress, the way you look, if you have a positive mindset, I don't think anything can hold you back. So it's not only the speaking or the English learning. It is literally about everything that you do in life. So positive mindset, keep that. It really is cool for you.
That's fantastic. And here is another question. But before this question, I'm sure you know that, your output is not everything. I mean, like speaking is not everything.
Yeah.
You have to have like some input.
Yeah.
For example, like listening and reading.
Yeah, exactly.
So how much listening and reading do you do?
Me?
Yes.
I don't do any.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's surprising.
Yeah. You said listening and reading?
Listening and reading.
So for reading, I mean, when I get to study something like the, I don't know, 19th century poetry, I tend to read it as a guy making not an interview, but some kind of a biography or something like that. So I kind of like to play around with words that are in front of me. I don't like to read them plain and simple. No, I like to add some of that dramatic kind of voice. Do this, do that. I really have fun about that, and it really helps me to let's say consume the let's say the subjects or whatever that I have in front of me. So that's what I do for reading, but I don't do like reading regularly, not gonna lie. But for listening, I do listen to songs every day. I listen to podcasts every day. Like, YouTube is just a great source of information. Have you seen how many podcasts are there on YouTube? Countless, literally. I mean, you can watch Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan and The Whatever. Have you seen The Whatever? The Whatever is really my favorite.
Well, I've seen like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joe Rogan is great, yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, he is. And you should definitely watch The Whatever. It literally is called Whatever.
Okay.
It really is amazing. So what they do is like they have a table just as small as this one, all right? And they bring like 10 people sitting around. So when it gets really fired up and enthusiastic and all that, it really gets amazing because the topics they talk about. It's unlike the topics that we do talk about.
Okay.
So yeah, I do listen a lot. Songs, podcasts, movies. I mean, that all considers as listening, but I don't do it like regularly. That's actually a thing about me.
That's awesome. And by the way, as you know, not all people love teaching.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, you are a content creator.
Yeah, that's right.
And a teacher at the same time. So which do you enjoy more?
Well, if we're talking about enjoyment, I would definitely say that content creating is way more enjoyable. Teaching sometime can be really boring.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, you taught before, and you know what I'm talking about. Depending on the class you have, depending on the student, if they are active, that class could be the greatest picnic of all time. You would just feel that you're having great time with friends or whatever. But when the students are just like, sleeping, and you talk to them and they're like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm present. But they don't like respond to you. They don't, let's say, get active with you. I always like when I start a course, the first thing I tell the students is to get active. If you don't get active with me, you get nothing out of this course. Trust me. So content creating, I do that a lot with my wife, ever since I got married. She's been really helping me a lot with the camera and all that. She helps me because she got her head around the things, she knows how to control the lighting and all that. So actually, content creating, I would choose that every day of the week.
Okay. And you said that you are 23 now. So where do you see yourself, 10 years from now?
You know what? There is one thing about that question.
Okay.
That is the question that I fear the most. Not gonna lie. If you tell me what is your biggest fear, I'm gonna tell you this question is my biggest fear.
Okay.
You know why? Because the ambiguity of the future is what, let's say, turns that spark inside of us that makes us keep on going and want to keep on going. But the thing is, I might be afraid that I will be in a different place in 10 years from the place that I believe that I would be. But if you ask me, where do you want to be, not where do you see yourself, because there is no way I can see myself, and I don't even want to answer this question because I don't want to jinx myself. So if I would answer this question and tell you, like, where do I want to see myself in the future? Well, at least in 10 years, like at least with like 5 or 6, maybe 7 millions on Instagram, with a good show on YouTube or something like that. And yeah, I would love to see myself with my family and having the things and doing the things that I want to do. But overall, one thing guaranteed, 10 years from now, I would still be teaching English because I really love this language. Without it, I wouldn't be here, right?
That's brilliant. And by the way, there is something that is very, let's say, unusual about your videos.
Yeah, and that is?
Headphones.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, like, why?
I mean, here's the thing. I never thought that you would bring this up. But the thing is, I used to use that Nick mic.
Okay.
But here's the thing. It's a long story, so you're gonna have to bear with me because you asked the question. Do we have the time for it?
I guess so. Yes.
All right. So, you know that the cables that I use for the lighting and all that. Whenever I use my Nick mic and the wire of the Nick mic goes over those cables, I started to hear that electricity sound.
Okay.
Yeah. Kay is shaking his head because he knows what's up.
Okay.
That is actually a thing. All right. So that really disturbed me. I didn't know what to do about it. So I had to spend about an extra 60 or 70 bucks. All right. And I brought myself a wireless Nick mic. All right. So it's two pieces. One piece is connected to the camera and the other one is connected like behind your back, like in your pocket or whatever. So that served a purpose a little bit, but not for long. I don't know how I used the headphones for the first time, and I realized that microphone on the headphone worth literally every microphone that I can buy on the market. Because it sounds like ASMR, you know, those voices, like when you sound so close to the listener.
I hate that.
I actually do like it, and you know, like I had that grasp in my voice that really sounds good with that microphone. So I had an older microphone. If you go back to my older videos, I had one that is really cheap and tacky. Like I had it over 5 years or something like that. But it really disturbed me once, and I had to break it. I got a little bit of anger issues, not too much, just a little bit. I mean, on objects, I never would let this out on a person, no matter who that person is. All right, not a stranger, not a family member, never.
Was an object.
Yeah, whatever. What?
I mean, like it was an object.
Yeah, exactly. It was an object.
Just
a
phone.
Broke it. Yeah, I mean, my phone is already broken. If you haven't noticed, let me show you.
That's an expensive habit, dude.
Yeah. See, let me show you. You see that?
Okay.
That is actually broken, and I don't want to fix it because I know I'll break it like soon enough. So I'm willing to break it like fully and then replace it. I mean, it's still operating as good as it gets. So and then I bought another microphone, and the microphone headphone needs two adapters. All right, one adapter from the microphone to make it into an aux, you know, and then the other one is an adapter from the headphone to the iPhone. So I used two adapters. I don't know how that made the voice amazing. All right, but if you see like the last two videos, I started using the Nick mic back again.
I'll check them out.
Yeah, check them out because I know it's weird, but it is kind of a signature, don't you think?
That's.
I mean, nobody does that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really surprised that you brought it up.
Yeah, I mean, like, because like I've seen some of your videos like before the interview, and I was like, dude, like, what's up with the headphones? That's unusual.
Yeah.
And as you said, now I think this is your signature. I mean,
yeah, it's some kind of a signature. I mean, my signature back then used to be the guy with the long hair. I really had like a long hair, and I used to do a man bun, a little bit of a man bun.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I used to work out, so I used to be a little bit more muscly. I'm going back to the gym like next week. Yeah, I'm a little chubby.
Okay.
Not gonna lie. So I used to be like this used to be my signature, like long beard, long hair. It really looked good. But then, you know, just like anything else, with time it really goes away. So I changed my haircut, and then now I'm the guy with the headphones.
That's cool. So Mo, you are an English major. You are doing a bachelor's degree in English and education. So do you have any advice to those who would like to study English at university?
Absolutely, I do. If you don't have the language for it, I'm going to be a little bit harsh, but you're going to have to bear with me. If you don't have the language for it, then don't. Because we already have enormous amounts of students, all right, that don't even know how to spell their names. So we don't really want more of those. I mean, what we have is already enough, don't you think? I mean, again, you've been there and you know what's up. So the thing is, if you are passionate about it enough and you think that in a matter of a year or two, or maybe less, or even more, even if it takes you the whole 4 years up until you're a senior, I don't care. As long as by the end of it, you will speak the language, that's fine by me. My advice for you is to learn how to change your life, literally everything about your day, into English. Don't listen to Arabic songs anymore. Don't talk to your family in Arabic anymore. Just go ahead and switch it all to English. The reason why I always bring the family up when it gets to learning, because the family is like the #1 audience for you. Back then when I started playing guitar, my family was my audience. And whatever I learn, even if I know that I didn't learn it 100%, when I go to my family, I know that even if I'm going to miss a strum or miss a chord, I know that my family will not make fun of me. But if I go to a stranger or a friend, my friend would definitely make fun of me. And they actually did. I know a friend of mine that is really close to me. He made fun of me. And I mean, I took it not so personal.
And
we
that's
laughed about
expected
it.
here, to be honest.
Exactly. Yeah, it really is expected.
And
I
you
mean,
could even like have some problems, like if you try to speak English.
yeah, that's actually right.
You know, outdoors. Some people might start mocking you or making fun of you. And that's not cool at all.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I speak English perfectly, and they
Okay.
make fun of me.
Yeah.
They mock me for speaking good English.
Yeah.
So they would mock you for speaking good English. They would mock you for not speaking good English. So you're mocked either ways.
Yeah.
So start from your family, all right? Just like I told you, change your life to English. First of all, your phone is the one thing that you see more than you see your mother or your sister or your brother or whatever, or your dad. This phone is with you 24/7 in your pocket. I don't think your phone goes out of your sight for an hour a day. It's always with you. You know where your phone is. Have you ever noticed that when you touch your pocket and the phone isn't there? You
Yeah.
freak out.
That's true.
You really do. So the thing is, your phone is there with you. Change your phone into English. Start listening to podcasts. Start listening to this, whatever we're doing, this amazing 195.7 FM. It really is cool.
Thank
I mean,
you.
I was talking about it
Thank
in my
you.
stories. I'll show you later. And I was like, I didn't know that you guys do this. You receive calls from people and you talk English with them, which is really amazing. I really love that. I mean, people literally tells me to do this every day on my page, you know, like to go live and then start talking to the people. You guys do it for free, which is really amazing. I really admire that. I even told my followers to start doing this, investing time and listening from people that learn the language the same way you are learning. We all learned here. I don't think you traveled outside Iraq. Never.
No, not really.
Yeah, I don't even have a passport. That's exclusive for
Okay.
you. Nobody knows that. Yeah, really.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So just like I told you, my advice to you is to first of all change your entire life literally into English. Your phone, the songs you listen to, the movies that you watch, even if you don't like them, you will end up actually liking them. They will start growing on you. And that's actually an expression you can do a video about. Yeah. So the thing is, if you don't think that you can manage to learn English at least by the end of the 4th stage, then don't, please, because we already have
Could
enough.
be a waste of time and
Exactly. We have enough graduate people from English departments, whether it was literature or teaching or whatever, they don't even know how to spell their names. This is actually bad. I mean, it's a profession. You're going to be a teacher. You will have the hugest responsibility anyone could ever have, which is every engineer, every doctor, every lawyer, every teacher, every whatever. Everybody will graduate from your own hands. You will be their supervisor for I don't know how many years. You will teach them. You will tell them what's right and what's wrong. So you should be the most amazing person in whatever you do, all right, in order to graduate those great generations. So if you keep cheating, how just like how it's happening nowadays in the exams and all that, and I mean, everybody is just literally turning a blind eye on that, turning the other cheek. They just don't want to see it. If you're going to keep cheating for the 4 years, for the majority of the 4 years, then please don't do it, because with that, you will hurt yourself, you will hurt your country, you will hurt your family, you will hurt the generations that will graduate from your own filter, let's say, because when you are a teacher, you filterize whatever is going on. Would your conscience let you kick a student because he cheated and you got here because you by cheating? I mean, come on, think about it.
Yeah.
If I cheated my way out of college and then I'm a teacher now, would I be able, all right, to let or to kick a student out for cheating? And I got here kicking that student because I cheated. This is a complete chaotic situation. This is complete chaos. So my advice is, if you're not capable, if you think that you're not going to get there by the end of the 4th stage, then please don't. If you think you're passionate enough, if you think that you have the guts for it, if you think you have the passion for it, then go ahead. I'm with you. That great, amazing person.
you.
I'm just going to keep calling
Thank
you
you.
Mister, because I don't think I can it's
okay.
psychologically get through the
No,
fact
it's
that
okay,
you
it's
taught
okay.
me for
You know
for
what?
about a year.
Maybe we can break this ice by going out.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yes, like you and I and DJ K.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Yeah,
I
and
would-
we will show you our like backgammon skills, because like we play like good dominoes, good backgammon. I mean,
Oh, that's great.
we can
That's
we
great.
can
That's
do
great.
it.
That's amazing. And I'm already looking for the next time being here.
That's fantastic. Well, Mo, thank you so much, man,
I really
for
appreciate the
coming here.
opportunity.
That was an insightful interview.
Thanks. So much.
Thank you so much, and I hope to talk to you very soon again here.
Yeah, we sure will. Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Thank you for having me.